Good day, my beautiful Mr. and Mrs. Welcome to another episode of Married at Works with Omoshalewa Ayodeji Anifat. Yeah, this morning I have a story for us, and I titled my story Spousal Appreciation is Very Therapeutic. Like, appreciating your spouse can be a great source of healing. A great source of healing for the soul, a great source of healing for the mind, and also for the body. I have a very beautiful story to share with us this morning. I heard that story. I heard it from one of our sister sections in church. So beautiful story. Yeah, the story is about a young woman, not so young. From the story, I could deduce that the woman should be like in her 50s or like late 40s. So this woman, she has lived all her life for her family, attending to her husband, attending to the children. She didn't do so much for herself career-wise, so she didn't have so much of a career life. So she had virtually just lived all her life for her husband and for the kids. So the children grew up, they all went to college, and her husband too was advancing in career, and as the years passed by, she started going down. Like, she started feeling down within herself, feeling less useful, feeling less needed. You know, everything about self, like self-esteem, self-examination, self-affirmation, everything self about her was just going down. So she was gradually going into depression, and her family did not notice. So she was fighting it, and nobody even noticed her. So until her health, her physical health, her body gave in, and she was diagnosed of cancer. I'm not sure of what cancer it was. Maybe cancer of, I'm not sure. So don't let me add that to the story. So, but she was diagnosed of advanced stage of cancer, and now the doctors have now, excuse me, the doctors have now given her the number of days remaining for her to stay on the earth. So it was at that point that the family members, as in her husband and her kids, were now paying more attention and then shadowing. They were now showering her with so much love, so much time and attention. And then the husband saying to her, no, honey, you can't die. You have been a very important part of my story. When you go, who's going to take care of me? Who's going to call me? Who's going to worry about me? Who's going to really love me so much like you do? Who's going to do that? Then the kids started dropping their comments one by one, telling their mother how wonderful she has been and all. And then, honestly, the most touching part of the story, that the response of that woman was, oh no, you guys should have told me all this before now. You should have told me this years back. I thought I was useless. I thought I was the most worthless person in this house. I thought I was even a burden to all of you. You should have been telling me this all this while. I'm sure it would have been a lot better. The story would have been different. So the love of her husband, the love of her children came so late for her, and then eventually she didn't make it. So this morning, I want us to be reminded of the fact that spousal appreciation, appreciating your wife, appreciating your husband, can be a great source of healing for the soul, a great source of healing for the mind, a great source of healing even for the body. Because over time, when we begin to worry about some things, especially those intrinsic worries that we may not be able to share with someone else, it begins to affect our health, and at the end of it all, like that woman said, it may just be too late. So please let us be intentional. I don't know, somebody may say I like the word intentional. Yes, maybe everything about life has to be something we have to be intentional about. You have to decide about a whole lot of stuff about life. So let us be very, very intentional about appreciating our spouses. The truth is that your husband that is doing the best he can, that even you too, he's doing his best, may just be feeling, maybe my wife thinks that I'm not doing enough. Maybe my husband thinks I'm not enough. Okay, now let me ask us a very simple question. What do you think your spouse, like if you are the husband now, what do you think your wife thinks of you? What do you think What do you think she thinks you are? Like, if you have to say it in one sentence, how you think your wife sees you, what will you say? Or how you think your husband sees you, what will you say? I think we can take, sorry to use the word shit, we can take all the insult of the old word, we can take all the S word, that the world throws at us, but when it comes from our spouse, when it's coming from your husband to you as a wife, when it's coming from the wife to the husband, man, it tears down so many things. It's not just the emotional part. It tears down so much. It tears down your soul, it tears down your mind, it tears down your passion, it tears down the love you have for your family. So please, 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 don't let our spouses be assuming what they think about them. Let us tell it to them why they are still healthy, why they are still strong and agile, and doing the very best they can for the family, doing the very best they can for the marriage. So let us tell it. Tell it to your husband. I love you. Thank you. Tell him the exact stuff he does that makes him so unique. So he will know that this is what my wife thinks about. So this weekend, please, don't let your husband guess what he thinks about what you think about him. Don't let your wife guess what you... I'm not saying we should deceive, we should just say those watery words. No, say those ones that are sincere. Those ones that really mean a lot to us. I mean, if your husband or wife travels for a while, I think we will understand it better. Yes. Yes, my husband's traveled for a while, so I think it's making me reflect like, oh gosh, I'm missing this man. Hey, yeah, it's making me think about a lot of things. So please, don't let them go away. Don't let them pass away before you begin to say those lovely things. Let them know the exact way they touch your life, because you don't let us deceive ourselves. You need that man's talk. You need him to make you happy. Like my little boy will say, Mommy, don't say you won't play with me again, please. So just like that. Don't say you won't play with your sugar boy, your lovely babe. Don't say you won't play with her or play with him again. So say you will play with me, okay? Just be playful. Just make your spouse happy. We don't have all the time in the world to be husband and wife, okay? So just this time we have, please be happy and enjoy it. God bless you. Have a splendid weekend. And a very romantic one at that. Love you. Mwah.